Hi guys, in our last two videos we've looked at using Sohcahtoa to find unknown sides in right angle triangles. What we are going to do in this lesson is use the same set of rules to solve for angles. So I've got a triangle already for you to start. As with the last ones, you're going to need a pen, calculator and paper or book. So if you don't have that, please get it ready now by pausing the video. So we're assuming everyone's got all the material. We're going to get straight into this with an example. So just like when solving for sides, we're still going to use the same idea of Sohcahtoa, and we're going to start exactly the same way. We're going to label the sides of the triangle OA and H. So there's our angle. So opposite the angle is O, adjacent to the angle hypotenuse. We have information for 2 out of the 3 sides. There's nothing there, so we're looking at the rule that uses O and H. So it's a sine rule. Sine theta equals O over H. So far, absolutely the same. And now we substitute the triangle information in, which is still the same because we still know 2 out of those 3 things. Okay, so we know the O, we know the H, we don't know the theta. So that's the equation that we should have. Sine theta equals 3 over 7. Now we need to rearrange so that we get theta equals. So when we're solving algebra problems with times and divide, we kind of move something over to the other side by doing the opposite operation. And that's what we did when solving for the sides. We used times and divide to isolate the x. This time we're going to use the opposite of sine, which is the inverse sine. Okay, and I'll get the calculator in a minute and show you how to do it. But basically it's sine minus 1. Okay, that means the inverse sine or the opposite of sine. So that cancels it out from this side and brings it over to here. And then what we do is we put that 3 over 7 in brackets, and using the brackets is going to be really important. So that's actually what goes straight into our calculator. So what we do is, again, degrees mode, if it's not there already, instead of pressing the sign button like that, we're going to press shift or second function sign, and you'll see on the screen it's got a sine minus 1. Then we're going to open up the brackets and put in 3 divided by 7. I recommend using the divided by button instead of the ABC button for all of this trick stuff. There can be problems later on down the track if you rely on using the ABC button all the time. But we'll move on from there. So we've put in sine minus 1 brackets 3 over 7, hit equals, and that has given us an answer of 25.376, so we'll make that 25.4. We've solved for an angle, so our answer is degrees, and the general rounding rules I use are 2 dp for sides, 1 dp for angles. So that is pretty much it. It's exactly the same process. We label the triangle, we decide if we're using sin, cos or tan, we write out the rule, we substitute into the rule, and then we solve by using the inverse sin, cos or tan, which is done by pressing the second function button on your calculator. Once again, I've set some more My Maths homework to practice this. So as you can see, we've got a couple on the screen there, and these are what you're going to do. Just to mix it up, I'm going to go through this third one with you. It says give your answers to the nearest whole number, so that's cool, we'll do that. So we're going to do this third one, and you might want to pause the video and see if you can do it yourself. Remember to copy the picture down into your book. Okay, so if you want to have a go at it, pause it now and then press play when you think you've got an answer. Okay, so you should have copied it into your book like this. They've used an X. As I said in one of the previous videos, we generally use a Greek letter, theta, gamma, alpha, something like that, but doesn't really make a difference. So here's the angle, labelling the sides. We've got O there, A there, H there. So we've got O, we've got H. It's a cos rule. So we write it out, cos theta equals A over H. Substitute the triangle information in. Cos x equals 3 over 5. X equals the opposite of cos, which is this cos minus 1. Bracket 3 over 5. And that is what gets put into our calculator. So we'll go through that again. Shift or second function cos, and that brings up this cos minus 1 on the screen. Open the bracket, 3 over 5, that equals, we've got 53.1, which is 53 degrees to the nearest whole number. So we will chuck that in, 53 degrees, mark it, everything's all good. So what I'll get you to do is stop the video, finish off this My Math stuff for your homework, having a look at page 2, which again gets a little bit more complicated. So good luck, try your best, especially with those first 6 triangles. I'd be expecting everyone to do that. Remember to show all your working in your book, and I will see you in class.